Hello friends, welcome to all. Myself Pradeep Yadav from Citizen College of Commerce. Today we are going to be discuss the agreements opposing to the public policy in a Indian Contract Act 1872. So all we know that whenever the two parties agree upon the same thing to doing something with a consideration, that thing is going to be considered as your agreement. But we know that if they both of the person is agree upon same thing and they are ready to perform that, but that thing or whatever the contract is made, it is opposed to the public policy, or the public policy, in other words we can say that the policy of law. Okay, the thing which is opposed to the law, it is whatever the law there was, it is civil law, criminal law, or your any financial law, or any rule and regulation by the court or the any government. If your agreement is opposed to that thing or that law, that going to be opposed or that going to be void in certain case of contract. Okay, so for today's lecture we are going to discuss all of this type of the contract which is going to be opposed by the public policy. So let's discuss about that by one. So first thing or the first point is that trading with enemy. So all we know that when two parties are coming to making the trade, there is an agreement. Basically when two parties are making the business, it means they are working with an agreement, but you are not able to trade with that person who is a citizenship of or who holds the citizenship of enemy country. Enemy country means what? The country which is not favorable with India's country or Indian rules, or who is facing war with India in any of the condition. So the citizenship or citizen of that country's people cannot make any type of contract with our Indian Contract Act, who is not able to make any trade with that enemy. So whatever the contract made in a past or in a present, you are unable to make that contract. But if the contract is made in a past, automatically that contract is going to be void. If I want to giving you example, we all know that the India and Pakistan and recently the China is also facing some type of the disputes with India, and suppose the trade the war is going to be begin. In that case, if any person want to make that contract, so he should take permission by the central government. If the central government is permit to him for making that contract, then and then only the contract will be possible by making of the consent of the both parties. But if the central government not giving a permission, you cannot make or you cannot perform that type of contract. And if the contract is made in a past, automatically that contract will be going to be your opposed or going to be void. Then the second thing is the tariffing of public policies. Tariffing of public office. Whenever the two persons are making contract relating to the tariffing with the public policy or transferring the various seats about the places related to the government officials or the government post, that is not valid. Okay, if any person, I am giving an example, if any person came to with you in front of you and just he says saying, you give me rupees 10 lakh and I will just giving you seat of IAS, or I will be giving you seat of IPS. So it is possible? No any person can promise or make an agreement related to selling or tariffing or transferring of public offices or their seats or their titles. So this is a void in a case of your Indian Contract Act 1872. Then stiffing of prosecution. We all know that the Indian government and Indian constitution giving right to every person to give and raise an voice in a court with any type of the illegal activity, and suppose any person who is facing any type of dispute with any person, he can just go in a court and suit against him. But if any person trying to stop that person to prosecutor to make the legal justice, or trying to harmful to making that justice or that appeal, so that agreement or that activity is also going to be void in a case of Indian Contract Act. If suppose any person is trying or make an agreement to stop the prosecutors or that person, that is also not valid in a case of your court of law. That is going to be a criminal activity, and that person is going to be imprisonment or they are punishable for that activity. Then the fourth point is maintenance and charming. Maintenance and champerty. So what is mean by maintenance? Maintenance is a condition when a person who shoot against you, who doesn't any relationship with you or any business relationship or any physical relationship, any of the relation, he doesn't know you and you doesn't know him, but he actually want to make illegally blackmailing with you, and he want to make just trying to problem with you, and he just makes suit against you. So this is called as your maintenance. So any person who wants to sue any person who doesn't any relationship, who doesn't know anyone, for making just troubling to anyone, that called as a maintenance. So maintenance is also void and forbidden under the Indian Contract Act 1872. Suppose A and B person, A is not knowing to B, but he just known that the B have certain type of activity he is doing, but for creating problem or just getting money from B, A sue against B for getting a money. Okay, so this case A is wanting to forbid or wanted to stop to B by making any of the good activity or bad activity. So in that case A is violating the act of Indian Contract Act, and A is not allowed to doing that illegal activity. So in that case A will be punishable for his activity. Then the champerty. Champerty means what? When one person who is related with another wants to make sue against him, but he is not wanted to do by himself. So in that case what happened, he hired the third person or he make agreement with third person to getting charge against the one person. Or if in simple way, if you want to explain in an example, so we just simply say that if A and B are brothers together and there is some type of dispute against both of them, but B want to make sue against A, so not in a front himself he come and he just hire a C person to sue against the A with the sum of the relation or some of the cases. So in that case B and C making a contract to making problem with A, so in that case they are champerting to the A person, so it is also not valid in a case of law. Is this type of contract or this type of agreement is going to be void in a case of Indian Contract Act. Then the fifth one, agreement creating a interest against duty, interrupting duty. If suppose any two person came for the contract that any person have any certain type of duty, it duty may be defined in various type. If suppose it is a general or the duty which is provided by Constitution of India, or the any type of duty which is given by the nature of law, or any type of duty for which that person is came into the contract, and in that case to violating the duties or to not making that duties completion or that action, he just came with another agreement with other person to violating that duty, so it is also not valid in a case of contract act, because he just violating his breach of duty, or he's just making the breach of his duty. So it is not possible. That person is going to be punishable, and all the contract is going to be void in a case of law. Then we will move to the next point. Next point is agreement of marriage broking. Marriage brokerage. Okay, so this is a very familiar in our Indian culture, that the one person who is a mediator between the two parties, and he came together and just going to be settle the marriage contract between two parties. Okay, in that case, the person, in generally in Indian tradition, that person is a relationship man who doesn't intend any type of the monetary intention or monetary interest in that relationship. He just doing that work for the physical relationship only. Okay, but if certain one person who just only doing business for that, who just taking money from people and getting marriage to another, that is not valid in a case of contract law. Okay, that is not a good practice, because the making the marriage or taking the brokerage against marriage, it is not valid in a case of contract act. But there is some type of the confusion in a various times. Students are just asking, sir, we are seeing the ads in a ad that the Shaadi.com or any other matrimonial.com who just giving the advertisement to get the marriage of the people. But actually we have to understand, if suppose we taking the example of Shaadi.com, Shaadi.com is not making brokerage, or who not making the mediator upon your marriage. He just giving you platform to searching a people. He just not giving you 100% chance to get marriage with someone. He just showing you platform from which you just able to search with another people, or he not just giving to compulsion. He not making compulsion to any person, you have to be married with that girl or that boy only. You have just able to see or share your thoughts, your physical interrelationship to the other person. So that matrimonial sites or agencies are just giving you platform to sharing your information. They are not taking they are not making agreement to make your marriage, or they are not taking brokerage against your marriage. So these are the different thing. Then the 7th point is agreement to trading the create monopoly. 7th point is we all know that whenever we making business, some type of business is trying to make expand their business. But the monopoly means what? Monopoly means to take charge of all over market, whole over the market, whichever the type of market is that. If any person or any company wants to take the all over rights and all over control about the market, is called as your monopoly. Okay, so in that case, if any trader or if any agency or any group of people is trying or make an agreement to create a monopoly, so it is also not valid in a case of law. Because if in a Indian Contract Act there is a Anti-Competition Act, in that case there is an act, no more than 2 companies are making contract about the monopoly. They are not allowed to making such type of contract, because by creating the monopoly they are trying to manipulate the market, and from manipulating the market they are going to be harm to the public. If they want to if they are form an monopoly, in that case how they are affecting to the people, they are just going to be raise the price, and if no any other competitor in a market is remain, all over the people are not able to purchase the cheaper goods. All over have to be need, if of that goods they have to be purchased that certain type of goods in a higher price. So it is not valid in a case of public policy. So any type of agreement which is able to create monopoly in a market in a trading, it is not valid in a case of your Indian Contract Act 1872. Then the next point is agreement to commit crime. If any two person comes together and A say to that, I will give you 1 lakh rupees and you just shoot or kill to any other person, it is a valid? No. We all know that any contract is just going to be unlawful, or which intention is just going to be criminalization, it is not valid in a case of law. So any of the agreement which is related to the crime or which is intentionally to make any commitment of any crime, it is not valid in a case of your Indian Contract Act. So such type of contract is going to be void and it is opposed to the public policy. They know any person is able to commit such type of agreement in a Indian Contract Act. Then the next point is okay, all we know that whenever the public proceeding is going on, some type of people appeal in a market for making a justice about something. So in that case, if any person who just trying to stop or trying to oppose of certain type of public proceeding in a market, it is not valid, because that type of activity, that type of action is just going to be affect to the public proceeding. So any person who trying to oppose or trying to stop any type of the public proceeding within the market, that going to be void in a case of your Indian Contract Act 1872. Next point is agreement to restrain the parent's right. Agreement to restrain the parent right. Okay, all we know that in India or in a general way, if the child is less than 18 years old, it is calculated as your minor person, and in that case, whatever the right or whatever the parental right in India is going to its parents. If there is no his father, if there is a father, all the rights of guardianship is going to his father. If there is a father is no more, then this right is going to be transferred to her mother. But you cannot make any type of such contract in that if that parents are going to be transferred or sell his parental rights to any other person. He cannot or they cannot sell or transfer his parental rights or duties to any other person, because that person is a minor and there is a responsibility of his parent, his mother and father, to take care of that children. So any agreement which is related to the transferring the parental rights to any other person, it is not valid in a case of law. But various types we seen that some of the people are transferring or giving the stiffing to the other person. So it is possible if it is made with a permission of court or any type of the judgment of the court. If the mother and father is going to be separated, then the right is going to be split within the father and mother, and if any type of such judgment is given by the court, since it will be valid. But you cannot make individually such type of agreement between the people. Next, then the 11th point is okay, we all know that the Indian Constitution has given certain type of rights and duties to every people, every citizenship in India. Okay, they have able to enjoy such type of rights with when they are trying to make any type of business. They want to trying to transfer himself to anywhere, so he is able to do that. But if any person or any group of the person is trying to restrict his personal liberty or its rights, so it is not valid in a case of your Indian Contract Act. Because why? The liberty is going to be breached. He just making, they are trying to make to breach the constitution order or their guidelines, so that is also not able to valid, or that is not able to completion in a court of law. So every person who wants to breach or who wants to stop any personal liberty or any person's liberty is going to be void in a case of Contract Act. Then the next point is agreement to restrain trade. Any two person is making a valid contract, they are making valid contract, they are selling and purchasing the valid goods, which is a good in under the Indian court of law, and there is no any type of problem within. But if any third party come within that and they are just trying to stop or trying to restrict such type of trade, so it is not valid in a case of contract law, because to making a free trade, this type of right is provided by the Constitution of India. And if any type of contract which is trying to make restraint such type of the trade by the any of the people, it is not valid. So we see that the Constitution is a major part according to liberty and the rights of the citizenship, and the any type of such agreement which is going to be opposed to this, it is not valid in a case of your Indian Contract Act. Then the agreement to defraud with creditors. Defraud with creditors. All we know that whenever we making business, the creditor is also stand there because he has invested his money, or he is giving you money for making a business by the any other way. He just allow you credit, or he just directly giving you money for making business. But if you not want to make a refund his money, and you just making such type of contract with any person to just going to be lose the money of creditor, so it is not valid in a case of contract law, because you are liable to pay his money or refund his money by the any of the way. But you cannot make any type of contract or any type of agreement to restrain or to just lose his money or rights of his money. So such type of any contract is not valid in a case of law. And the last is agreement restraint, agreement to restraint marriage or its duties So we all know that as per the Indian traditional, if two persons are going to be married, no one can able to stop if they are major, if they are wanted to make marry with each other. So any of the person who is not part of with them, or the person is a relationship with them, he is not able to stop them to making a marriage, because this thing is just going to be invalid in a case of law. And if any of the other contract which going to be make for stopping the marital duties, if A and B going to be married but they don't want to make to completion of their marital duties, so they can able to do that? No, in a general way they are not able to make such type of contract with any other person. They have to be fulfill their marital duties, they have to be complete their duties in a case of law. So any of these such type of agreement, as per we see the minimum 14 types of contract 14 types of contract which are going to be opposed to the public policy. If any of the person or any of the group of the people making such type of contract which are going to be opposed to the public policy, it is not valid in a Indian Contract Act. So I hope you all just consider and understand such type of points. Okay, so we will rest our lecture today. Thank you.